I've done a lot of Nintendo Switch controller reviews and unboxings over the years, and sometimes people will ask me, Brett, what's the best third-party Switch controller? And the answer is the PowerA Fusion Pro controller. This thing freaking rules. Now, I'm gonna dive deep into the details in this unboxing, but two things. I've actually used it a lot more since the filming of unboxing this controller, and another thing, I completely forgot to mention the swappable faceplates in the unboxing. As you'll see when I unbox it, it's a black faceplate, but it also comes with this nice white one that has like little red around the sticks right here. It's actually really cool. So yeah, just want to get it out there right now. This is the best controller PowerA has ever made that I've used, and it's definitely the best build quality. It feels really nice. Let's get into it. Now, this is the $100 version that comes with a few extra bells and whistles. There is the regular version that comes with just the controller and a few swappable plates and stuff, but this is the $100 version. So here we are. Let's go ahead and open this puppy up. Gonna move this out of the way. Camera's a little close. Let me back it up a little bit. The packaging was really nice, and it also comes with this case. It reminds me of the Xbox Elite controller case. This one is a bit bigger though. This thing is pretty massive. This case is. So now that it's unboxed, let's go ahead and hop into the features of this controller. First off, the faceplate just snaps off really easily. Well, not snaps off, that makes it sound like it's a bad thing. It just pops off really easily. And it's actually magnetic, so you actually have to, you know, it'll pop on there, and then they actually added this little lip, so you can just take it off. And if you want to, you can actually change the joysticks. As you can see, just pop this in and out. Let's see, spin it a little. And there we go, now it's on there. Slide this back on. And boom, bada boom, bada bang. So that's pretty cool. Now, obviously the back pedals, I already took 2 of them off because I'm not going to use 4 back pedals. And I use the smaller ones for this bottom row, which I think is better. But also, comes with this nice wire, and it's 9 feet and 8 inches, which is pretty nice, and it is USB-C, which is awesome because pretty much everything uses this now. So if you have this plugged in your Switch, you can charge, you know, like your Switch Lite. That's what I do. I charge my kids' Switch Lites with my Switch Pro controller charger. And aside from that, if you don't want to use this at all, they even have this little thing right here. You can put this over the top, and then boom, it's clear. I mean, there's not like a big gap there, so that's really awesome. I might do that a lot as well because I don't always use these back pedals. I usually use them for shooters, and now it's really convenient to have that in the back. That's upside down, I think. So that is really awesome. And you might be wondering, headphone jack. What does this mean? Does this mean I can play wirelessly? Because this is a wireless controller. Can I plug a headphone jack in here and listen to my gameplay? Unfortunately, no, you cannot. I'm guessing one of the reasons why they included this wire is because the headphone jack only works if you have the controller plugged in to your Switch, which is really unfortunate. Whenever I saw that it was a wireless controller with a headphone jack, I was really expecting and hoping that the headphone jack would allow you to hear the game and maybe do voice chat in the games that allow it, but that is not the case. You can only do that if you have the controller plugged in, and then you actually switch this little switch back here that's USB or wireless. So that's unfortunate, but at the same time, at least it has both. At least you can play wireless, and if you do want to jump online and play with your friends, let's say, I don't know, what game uses voice chat? Fortnite, I think, does. So you want to play Fortnite with your friends, but you want to have voice chat, you just plug it in, and then you can plug in your headset and use it. So it's cool that it has the option. Unfortunately, you cannot do wireless and the headset at the same time. And that kind of sucks. I'm still waiting for that feature on a Switch controller because I will use it all the time because I really like getting myself engrossed in all my single player games, and I like playing with headphones. But at the end of the day, options is a good thing, so I'm glad that they have the option to use a headphone jack. I think I got another wireless controller not that long ago that it was wireless, but it didn't have the headphone jack like these ones did. And up until this point, when I'm playing my single player games, I've been using this controller. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch on over to this one because I think I prefer it overall. I do like these back paddles and the wired PowerA controller. I like where they're placed. It's really, like, honestly perfect. These ones are different. They went more the Xbox Elite paddles instead of buttons, basically. These are like flat buttons on here. So that's a little different, but it still feels comfortable and it feels very familiar because I'm so used to my Xbox controller that has the back panels pretty much in the same spot. I mean, look at that. That's just twins. But yeah, I like the way this feels a lot. The sticks feel really nice. At first I was worried because when you take this off and then you take out the sticks, these just get like stuck. Like, see how that's like stuck in the corner? I'm guessing it only does that whenever there's nothing on here, because when you snap this on there, let me see. When you snap it on there, it's perfectly fine. It feels great. But it did worry me at first. That's popped back on there. Buttons feel great. Back paddles feel good. Triggers, oh, I guess they're not really triggers on Switch, but you know, the buttons, they stick up a bit. They're actually more like a trigger, like how the Xbox is shaped with like the point. You know what I mean? Obviously they don't go down that far. They're just buttons, but I like the way they feel. The top feels really similar to the Switch Pro controller. I'd say overall, the whole build of the controller obviously mimics the Switch Pro controller, which is a great controller, so I have no complaints. I do love the smoothed outline of the Switch Pro controller. It's always just so comfortable. Here, it's a bit more jagged because you got these rubber grips, but obviously they're going for this pro gamer thing, so it's like, you know, everything has to be rubber whenever they're talking about pro gamers, but I honestly prefer the plastic on the Switch Pro controller. But the features of this controller, you can't really beat it. This controller right here offers more than any other Switch controller that I know of, because you have the headphone function, you have the wireless function, you have the back paddles, and there's just the added stuff like being able to change the faceplate, you can change out the thumbsticks. Just all around, I think it's the most feature-packed controller. Oh, and one big thing I forgot to mention was that it actually does have motion control, so you can use this to, you know, aim in Breath of the Wild and do all that stuff with the gyro functionality, so that is really awesome. That's actually one thing missing from this controller, and one thing I do want to mention is that there is no rumble in this, which is probably the biggest downside, and that's still where the God Almighty Switch Pro controller still thrives. But that's pretty much it, guys. This has been my unboxing video for the PowerA Fusion controller, and I'll be honest, I did have to box this up before I made the video, because I wanted to show it unboxing, but I had already taken it out, so I meticulously put it all back together exactly how it was, with all the packages and all this stuff. So I wanted to give you guys the full effect of unboxing the controller, but I have actually played with it for a while. It's actually connected to my Switch right now. I don't even know how my Switch got on. But yeah, and I like the controller a lot. I think it's a step above the wired PowerA controller, which was already my favorite third-party Switch controller. And like I said at the front of the video, you guys, if you're looking for a really high-quality third-party Switch controller, look no further than the PowerA Fusion Pro. This is not sponsored at all. I genuinely think this is the best third-party controller out there. So yeah, let me know all your thoughts down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down. And I will talk to you guys next time. See ya.